Bonjour et bienvenue à la classe de français. I am Robin French and I am the French teacher here at Ware Middle School. And I wanted to pop in, introduce myself, and show you a little bit around our classroom. So here is my Bitmoji classroom I've created. I'm going to try to link right here my email in case you need to contact me. And I'm also going to create a sample lesson since it's kind of hard to explain what a world language classroom is like, especially since I've made some changes to the curriculum for this year. So I'm going to link that right here for you in case you want to watch that. But I'll make 2 videos so that it's not too long. So I'm going to try to give you a quick overview of our Google Classroom. Each class has a Google Classroom. We've got the name of the class up here and the grade. If your student ever forgets what time French class is at, it is listed right here in the banner. So on Mondays, there's one class for all of the 7th graders and one for all of the 8th graders. And then I've broken them into smaller groups on either Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday, based on their offsite days. So world language takes place on the offsite days. We have a live Zoom meeting, and then we'll do some in-class work. Basically, this is the only way to keep it in the schedule, but it's also nice because they may be home alone. They don't really see a lot of people on their offsite days, so it's kind of nice that we get to come together. And there won't be a lot of independent work since they're coming to the live class and completing the assignment together with me as we go. When you come into the Google Classroom, myself smaller, you come into the stream here. So stream is where I can post any announcements. Also, if I'm going to be absent for the day, I'll post what the instructions are over here. Students can see any upcoming work on the side, but the best place to find their work is in the classwork page up at the top. So there is a topic called This Week. And this is where I post all of the assignments for the week, as well as any materials we'll be using. So it's easy for them to find and reference, as well as the Zoom link and the writings that we do in class together, which you'll see one if you watch the sample lesson. After the week is up, I then move it into the unit so that they can still reference the materials, but it's not clogging up what they need to do for this week. On the side, it will tell them what the due date for that assignment is to help them reference and know when they have to have it done by. The Google Forms they'll be completing in the live class along with us. So if they're coming to class, and they should be completing those then. The attendance for class is tracked by coming to the live meeting and completing the in-class work, so I know that they didn't just log in and then leave. So they need to do both things to be counted present for the day. The other important thing is this how-to or reference section. So there are some how-to videos or documents, like how to Zoom. So it's got some features that they can use and how to split their screen. But it also has some references, like an online dictionary and other frequently used sites. And also explains what to do if they're absent for a day. So maybe they had an appointment, or they were sick or overslept or just totally forgot. It tells them what to do here, and then there's a form they complete to help me keep track of what day they're making up. They can send me an email directly by using this people page. So there will show up a little email button here that they can use to contact me, or it's just my first dot last name at waremiddleschool.net. They can also will be able to check their grades. Most of the grades are posted in PowerSchool, but there are some times where I'll use a rubric, and I'll upload the rubric to Google Classroom. So if they want to look at their individual grades and comments, they can use that as well. So I'm going to show you a class that I'm enrolled in as a student, just because it looks a little bit different. So when it shows up for them here, you can see that in the dark gray, this little symbol, it means it's an assignment, and then the light gray, the little book, means it's material. So that means that there's nothing that they need to do for that link. They have this view your work tab, which is a nice way to see everything in one big list of all of the assignments that they have. And it will also tell them what work they've done and which work is missing. So if it shows up red missing here, that means they haven't completed it, or it'll tell them turned in if it's been done. I think it'll say returned if I've sent it back to them. And then assigned if, so like this is due tomorrow. So if it's not due yet. You can also filter their assignments here. I have it set up so if they go in and do the Google form, it's set up as a quiz, and so it should automatically submit it for them if they do the form in class. They don't have to do the extra step of turning it in. Let's see. A little bit of background on the way I've structured class. So I did a lot of training this summer about some newer techniques and strategies to use in class, and I've restructured the curriculum, and I'm actually really pleased with it, and I hope that the students are finding it more engaging and more personalized, or able to talk more about their interests. So it's based more on how to acquire a second language, just like how we acquire our first language by doing a lot of listening as like we're babies and we listen a lot, and then we do some reading and we learn to write. So our language class is very similar in that they will listen to me speak French quite a bit to help them start to process and learn the words. So they're not memorizing lists of vocabulary. We did a whole lesson on second language acquisition, and so they've seen these posters before, so they should be familiar with it, and it's really to help them understand like the expectations they should have for themselves. And right now, most of them will be a novice low. Sorry, try to make this bigger so you can see. A novice low, which a novice low learner can use words to express themselves, just like when your child was a baby, they might have just said like wawa or doggy. They weren't able to express themselves in complete sentences, and it's the same way when we start learning a second language. So we'll start off with words and then be able to use words and phrases to express themselves, even if they have like much more complicated thoughts in their head. It'll start off that way. If you get their like start to see like their test coming back and they've just got like these lists of words in the writing part, and you're like, what? This isn't writing. It's totally natural for a second language for it to be that simple in the beginning. Let's see. So the other thing, I'll just go big. The other thing, parent-teacher conferences. So I'm going to try to jump in on the conferences you schedule with the rest of the team. I'm on the 7th and 8th grade team, so I should be seeing when you have your conferences scheduled, so I can just come to those so you don't have to like make a separate meeting with me, although I'm happy to meet with you individually at any point if you'd like. But if there's going to be like a conflict with I know that there's some times that overlap between the two teams, and if I have a conflict, I'll just reach out to you individually to see if you would like to schedule a one-on-one conference. I think that was it. Oh, the other thing. So if you do want to check out the sample lesson, just a reminder, I'm going to post it right here, and you can click here if you need to email me directly. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.